Am I the asshole for choosing my wife over my brother's wedding? I'm on mobile, so sorry if this is laid out weird. So for context, I am married to my beautiful wife, Lottie. We've been together for 8 years, married for 3. And then there's my brother, Nate, and my parents, both 55. Well, recently was Nate's wedding. It was Friday. I was supposed to be a groomsman, but I didn't go and stayed at home with my wife. Here's why. During wedding planning, my precious Lottie found out she was pregnant with our first baby. Of course we were over the moon, but kept it on the down low to not take attention from Nate and his wife. Well, a few weeks ago our precious little girl was born, and though she's a little doll, we suspect she has colic. She's been crying non-stop. I was still going to go to the wedding, but when the day came, Lottie was very stressed and couldn't get our little girl to sleep or do anything really. She wouldn't sleep, eat, or stop crying until her little face was red. Lottie was exhausted, you could tell. So I decided to stay and try to take care of my daughter while I tried to let Lottie sleep. I called Nate to let him know that I just couldn't make it, and he flipped out at me, yelling, screaming, calling me every name under the sun. Therefore I hung up. Well, a few minutes after that my parents were blowing up my phone, calling me an ass for bailing. When I tried explaining why, my mother told me, who cares my name? It's the wife's job to take care of the kids, not the men, which is not true at all. After I still wouldn't budge, my parents told my family, leading to some family members to blow up my phone some more. When Lottie found out, she was apologizing over and over, but I don't think my Lottie should feel bad for needing a break. So Reddit, am I the asshole? I blocked the family members who were scolding me, and went LC with my brother and parents until things die down. ESH. Bailing last minute on the day of the wedding was really rude. Knowing that your baby has been colicky, I feel like you could have addressed this issue with better planning. Even without family in the area, you could have asked a friend to help or hired a mother's helper for the evening. Your mom's comment about it not being your job to help with the baby was sexist AF. You're the asshole. You were supposed to be a groomsman, you don't just bail on your brother the night of. That's awful. I understand you want to support your wife and baby, but to hang your brother out to dry is pretty unforgivable. I'm feeling like this is fake though, BC of the writing. My precious Lottie, and that insane comment by your parents. Also, your choice was so egregious it feels like rage bait. Newborns with colic are no dream, but man. You could have at least gone to the ceremony and pictures. Your sweet Lottie could have handled a couple of hours. ESH, you could have let your sweet Lottie sleep up until the wedding, then she could have taken over for a couple hours. And your parents are also ours for saying something ignorant like it's the woman's job to mind the kids. Fuck. So badly written, rolling eyes face. I don't get it. Is this parody? Was this written by a time traveler from 1958? You're the asshole. Jeez, says Precious one more time, vomiting face, vomiting face, vomiting face. You're the asshole. And for what it's worth, I had an awful, colicky baby. Having a baby with colic is hard, however, bailing the day of a sibling's wedding, a wedding that you are actually in, is just about impossible to come back from. You're the asshole. This wasn't like you skipped a family party, this was a wedding that you were in. You should have planned ahead for this. Your parents are ours for what they said to you, but everyone is very justified in being upset that you bailed and are now giving everyone the silent treatment. You owe your brother a huge apology. Any relatives of your wife that could have helped the two of you? This is a bait post. So read this as Gollum fawning over his wife. My precious. Massive A if this isn't just a lovely story. You're the asshole. Bailing as a guest is one thing, bailing as part of the party is another. You knew your wife was pregnant and to be so sometime around the wedding. You should have pulled out months ago or arranged care to be with your wife during the time of the wedding. You are going to get two different responses here, one from every family that has been touched with a problematic infant who is either colicky or otherwise unwell, and the other from people who have put a lot of eggs into the basket of planning a wedding instead of a marriage. Truth is probably somewhere in the middle. You should have made every effort to at least be there for the ceremony, even if you had to ditch the reception for family duty. However, your parents at minimum should have been more understanding. All you can do now is move forward and see what family should be salvaged. You're the asshole. It's colic. Your wife and you could have found a friend, or your wife could put up with it. I feel badly for your brother that you threw away his wedding for something minor. You're the asshole. Dropping out of a wedding last minute is pretty fucked up, especially when you're a groomsman and the sibling of the person getting married. Seems like you both could have just stuck it out for the day, considering it's your sibling's wedding day and generally consider a once-in-a-lifetime occasion. It's not like you and your wife won't continue to be tired and your child won't have colic if you didn't step away for some hours to be there for your brother. You're the asshole for this. We suspect she has colic. Suspect? Have you taken her to the doctor? Have you tried colic drops? Depending on how baby is fed, have you tried changing formula or your wife eliminating foods known to make babies gassy? It could be colic, it could be something else like a good intolerance, GERD, or possibly something worse. Her refusing to eat and not calming at all are both signs you need to at least call her doctor. Get her seen, if only to ensure there's not something else going on. I just want to comment, I'm glad to see that you avoided your mother's training on what duties are the responsibility of the wife and not the husband. I'm going to let others comment and ask questions about what possible options were considered and why no plans in place, etc. As a mother of two extreme colicky babies, you're the asshole. Your sweet Lotta WE can baby wear, walk outside, bathe, swing, boob, WE for one day. You ditched being in a wedding party for your bro. God, you guys act like no one else had colicky babies. You're the asshole. You don't just bail on a wedding the day of when you're directly involved in the wedding party and brother of the groom. How could you not plan ahead and ensure your wife has support for the few hours? Or even then, she could have managed for the few hours and you take over once you return. You knew for days or even weeks. Your baby has colic, so it's not even like it suddenly happened and you were blindsided. You could have handled this better. I don't know how you can repair these damaged relationships now, but get on damage control. Fake AF. Lamau. ESH, except your wife. You are an R, for not making backup plans to help your wife out and at least been there for the ceremony, or have stepped down as a groomsman weeks ago, not day of. Your family sucks because they are making a shorty situation shittier. They can be frustrated, but yelling doesn't help, and your mom is sexist as all get up. It's good that you are helping out and being a good dad, but you need to working on your planning communication. Try to get some sleep and apologize to your brother for missing his big day. You're the asshole. I had a colicky baby. It sucks. But your wife could have handled it while you went to the wedding for a few hours. Better yet, you could have planned ahead and gotten outside help for the day to support your wife. But you just decided to do a no-show on your brother's wedding day? You owe him a huge apology. Wow. You're the asshole. You should have given your brother more notice. Your mom also sucks for her comment. ESH. Could you have at least just got to the ceremony? Absolutely not the asshole. The baby comes first, which means the humans caring for her come first, and that's you and your wife. The end. This sounds very fake, so I'm just gonna assume it is and move on with my day. Faik. You're the asshole. You bailed last minute BC of an issue that could be solved in another way that didn't involve you letting your brother down. Also fucking doubting this women take care of baby bit happened this way BC of your whole tone in the entire post. You're the asshole mate, I'm sorry, but colic isn't really something to be missing the wedding by. Also, you don't even know it's colic, you think it is. You bailed on your brother for literally no reason. That's low. Nice try, troll.